shrubbery! That might be an herb right down there. Nope, it disappeared. Talk to Hapless How over there. Ah, falling tree. Is he gonna be up in the town? Yeah, he's gonna be up in the town. Up in there, up in there. You'll notice everything has a Halloween decoration right now, Halloween theme, and that's because it is Halloween festival. So we're playing the month of October, so this is a seasonal attire. It will go away when the seasonal event is done. There's also that green cauldron in the middle. That's for the events. That will go away once the event is over.
You there? New to Corinth, are you? Yeah, last thing we need's another mouth to feed. No bread to spare for travelling vagrants. Go back to where you came from.
It does have a very good, like, I would argue that, yeah, Strider, it does have one of the best, like, initial, I would say more than 20 hours. Like, I just think, like, the whole, like, from level 1 to 20, getting your mount, getting your house, learning all the crafting, like, it's a very involving, depending on how long that takes you, it could be 20 to 40 hours of gameplay, because there's so much to do. Matter of fact, that's actually a different video I can make. I'll put that down on my list. That is a very good video. I came from the beach.
As if we don't have enough problems. Everyone talking about some ancient curse on the land. Last thing we need is to have to worry about corrupted as well.
Corrupted schmupted. Somebody thought I was Adam Savage. That's some funny shit. I have no idea. Hudson where? Hudson who? Hudson what? Am I in Hudson? Where's Hudson? No idea.
Look, the Speaker of the Winds is in charge. Talk to him if you like. But don't expect some kind of welcome banquet. Corinth's gone from feast to
famine. And the one thing I will say is it's really nice about the early, like the first three, like the launch game, the base game, the first two DLCs, they actually have really good voiceovers. The new DLC, not so much, but the original stuff has some really good voiceovers. What caused the famine?
Go see the Speaker in the town hall if you want to gab any more. That bastard loves to talk. After that, I suggest you be moving on.
Gabbity gab. So, welcome to your first town. We just dinged as well. Let's go ahead and keep putting points into intelligence. Now, for the new players, this is where you also start earning something called Map XP. So you'll notice that there's all of these regions right here, right? These are all the different areas that you're going to be exploring as you work your way through the map. So if you remember the map we looked at the very beginning of the game, we can go look at it here again. These are all the regions that you're going to be exploring. On the left here, they're represented by faction rankings. So you can have faction, I think it goes up to 30 or 40, I don't remember. It goes pretty high. So you can rank up. Well, what's the point of ranking up? Well, the very first rank you ever get for every region that you go exploring in, when you're doing activities in these regions, you're going to be earning experience towards the faction related to that region. So things like harvesting, logging, fishing, um, killing mobs, completing quests, all of those things are going to earn you quests XP or just XP in general and faction towards that region. Everybody starts at rank 0 or 1 essentially. You start at rank 0, you get to rank 1. Rank 1 is you're allowed to own a house in that region. Also note that it says first time home buyers get a huge discount. That is worth paying attention to long term because eventually you're going to want to buy a house, but I don't recommend buying a house in the very first town you come to. The reason for that is because there are many different styles of settlements. They all have a unique art style. So if you're wanting something more medieval, village-like, you might want to look in a different place. Others are more refined with brick and mortar and plaster. There are many different art styles to choose from. So don't jump on buying the very first house you have. Also worth noting is that the houses come in varying tiers. Cheap, more expensive, the most expensive, being bigger with more rooms and everything else. So considering you get a huge discount on your first home, it is worth waiting until you have explored all the settlements. And then if you decide that you're going to go all out and get a super whammy big house, use that discount for the super whammy big house, because if you don't, you're going to be paying out those schnazu for that. So the very first rank you're going to get house ownership. So we're going to say yes, we're good for that. And then once you are rank 1, which we are now, as you earn additional XP, this is where you get to start to choose. So every time you rank up in a faction for a given territory, you're going to choose one of 3 things. Now these are going to vary every time you ding. It's not always going to be the same 3. But in this case, we're being asked to choose, do we want a bonus to our standing gain, which means I earn more faction for the activities that I do when I'm in Windsward, a 5% bonus, or do I want to earn an XP bonus when I'm adventuring in this particular district, the Windsward district, that would give me a 3% XP bonus, or do I want increased harvesting speed while I'm harvesting resources in this region? Note that all of these are in Windsward. That's this region. These bonuses do not apply outside of this region. My initial beginner's tip for new players is always going to be, anytime that you're given the option, if you're planning on doing any harvesting and crafting long term, always go with the gathering bonus, and when it pops up, storage bonus. Now, the storage bonus is not here at this particular time. And the reason for that is because storage is extremely limited in this game. Every individual settlement has its own storage. The base storage, I think it's like 500. I would have to go, we'll go look at it here in a little bit to remember what the base storage is. But because you can rank up like 30, 40 rankings in each one of these districts, you'll end up getting a lot of bonuses towards these things. So I like to do lots of harvesting and crafting. So for me, a gathering speed bonus is always going to be beneficial, and the storage bonus is always beneficial so that I can store all of my crafting materials in the local storage facilities, so that when I'm actually here doing crafting, I actually have as much storage space as possible. Now you can access all of the other regions. You'll be able to access the storage facilities in each one of those regions via the storage facility here in this region. If you have unlocked these, you must first unlock the storage facilities to use them. But this is just something to bear in mind when you're looking at how the territory standing works and how the rewards work. You can obviously choose to put your points wherever you do, wherever you prefer. You might want the XP bonus. You're going to be leveling up so fast, I've never found that to be a big deal. I like, again, harvesting and crafting, but your mileage may vary, so feel free to spend your points where you want. I'm going to take that gathering speed right now. Notice that we're now done. The next time I ding to level 2 in Windsward, I will then be asked to choose again to put my points somewhere. That's how the territory standing system works. And I'm going to clip that out for YouTube as a beginner's guide, so we'll timestamp that. And I will remind everybody that if you're watching now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and the bell icon so you never miss an update. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. Everything in between happens on YouTube. There's a playlist with lots of guides, playthroughs, and beyond, and I play a lot of games. This is the day job, so hopefully we'll see you in the next one. I stream every morning at 4:30 a.m. and every afternoon at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. There's a Discord, a Patreon, and all the social medias. Territory, standing. Frodo, do you need to go outside? Do you want to come say hi to everybody before we go out? What's up? You want to say hi? I don't know if you guys can see him. He's down on the floor, wanting to go out. I'll be right back. All right. Moving on along. If it's quaint, it must be Corinth.
Here's my new friend right here. Oh, the truffles I lost and then some. Hoo-hoo. I hope it wasn't too hard. Keep that sickle for your troubles. And if you make a habit of harvesting herbs and such, we'll cross paths again. No doubt.
Well, thanks, Hapless Hound. Is that going to be better than the one that I have? Oh, I have an amulet, which I don't have yet. Nah, it's the same. It's the same tool that I have, actually. We could probably just break that down, to be honest with you. Okay. Oh, we got a note. Now, I've already done a slew of crafting guides last year, so I'm not going to do any updated crafting guides for people. So as we're wandering around here and we see lots of people doing crafting at the crafting stations, if you want to know more about crafting, just check out my Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Crafting. I also have an Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Harvesting, an Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Housing, lots of New World Aeternum guides. This cauldron in the middle here is for the, and this pumpkin-headed dude is for the pumpkin event, the Halloween event, if you want to participate. Not something I worry about when I'm doing the new player rounds. Why can't I do the harvest cart, fiber cart? What does it say? I'm not syndicate. Oh, that's for the syndicate. That's why. Before we talk to him, really quick, right over to the side here, you're going to notice the town board, the town project board. It's worth checking this if you're someone who likes to do repeatable fetch quests. These will earn you additional standing and coin. and sometimes beyond that. They will be a variety of different things. Like this one's a kill quest to kill 20 sheep. This one is a harvesting quest or a crafting quest to acquire and deliver 50 iron ingots. Now you could just buy those off the broke if you want to, or you can create them on your own and deliver them. This one wants you to go to a tomb. This one wants you to find some items. This one wants you to deliver travel rations, which is again is either purchased or crafted. And this one wants you to search for some lacings and then return them here for delivery. There's also some lifestyle improvement stuff down here. Cooks needed, weaponsmiths needed. So I mean, there's lots of ways you could work on these projects if you wanted to. They do refresh periodically, but these are just essentially those are bonus quests. They are repeatable. There's no main story attached to them. They're just there for additional things to do.
Calling for patience will not suffice at this point, Francis. This is clearly a curse.
God's ears, Satvik. Your penchant for exaggeration never abates. More superstitions about
Exactly,
the witch
John
idea.
Goons. It's a great way to get
Infuriated because she
standing
didn't get
for
a
a
wagon
region.
load of coin and fruit.
This
Especially
is
for grinding out
precisely
for
what
rank
she
30
threatened if we
to
failed
get
to
to
send
the
tribute.
That
best
was
housing.
over a century ago, and I've told you already. We sent the damn tribute. These rumors are drivel, spread by the druids, no doubt.
Rumors or not, we have no choice but to venture out and try to salvage what we can from the farms.
I've heard enough for today, Elder Satvik. Let it rest. It's not like anyone's going to die of starvation on this infernal island.
The people of Corinth are suffering, Francis. Becoming lost. If you don't do something, I will.
Oh, I have no idea what all the names of the things are. You'd have to Google them.
Ho-ho! A fresh, healthy face with a spark of hope in your eyes. That's what we need around here. Less of this moping about and finger-pointing. Elder Satvik goes around preaching curses on every corner. If he keeps it up, he'll cause a panic. How about some good tidings, for once?
Well, I have news of the corrupted.
Whatever you do, please don't go worrying everyone about the corrupted. I'll deal with that problem when it comes. Or Elder Satvik will. He seems to enjoy it.
Alright, we need to go outside and talk to Satvik.
You see this poor wretched thing? A month ago, my friend Winston here baked the best bread in Corinth. Now, this is his fate for all eternity.
I did love the
Lost.
Brimstone expand. I liked, I mean, all of them are fun, but
Their
Brimstone,
numbers grow as ours dwindle.
the
all
Brimstone area I
across
love because
Windsward.
it's like all ancient Roman, so it's the Roman centurions, and you've got like those Roman ruins and Roman cities out in the arenas and stuff in the middle of the desert.
Even
Very
with
cool
this
stuff.
demoralizing display, the speaker chooses ignorance. He brushes off any suggestion the sorceress Medea's cursed us.
Who's Medea and why the curse?
Of course, the speaker insists the tribute was sent and that the druids invited this disaster. Either way, the situation is dire and growing worse.
What can I do to help?
Please, before you do anything else, check in at the inn. Take what time you need, and then I'll be calling a meeting in the tavern. If you're inclined.
Alright, so this is actually teaching us to go to the tavern. This is important because you get a free recall to the tavern. And you can only ever have one tavern set as your home location at any given time. Now, there are many different settlements and areas throughout the game which have taverns within them. I'm going to open this up and see if we can see this on the map right away. So as an example, we're in the settlement here. Here's a settlement over here. Notice that it says fast travel, but we can't do it yet. First, because we have not discovered this location, but also notice that it has a cost associated with it in that blue currency. That is Azoth. In order to fast travel, you need to earn Azoth. Azoth is earned through a variety of different ways. Don't worry about it. You'll earn way more of it than you need eventually. There is a cap. I think it's 2,500 is the cap you can have, but you'll earn it quickly once you can get to it, and you'll use that for fast travel. The recall to the inn, however, doesn't cost anything. So generally speaking, the other thing is that your recall to your house doesn't cost anything. So what a lot of people will do long term is you'll set up your inn in one location, your house in another location, so that you have 2 free teleports, usually far apart. That way they're not stacked on top of each other. That way if you need to quickly get around the map and not burn Azoth, if you don't, you'll have way more than you need, but just if you don't want to. That's a tip for fast travel. But in the meantime, first you have to find an inn and bind at the inn. And for those of us who played EverQuest,
Welcome to the Southern Breeze.
bind to my
where
soul,
gentle
bitch!
wind always guides you home. You wish to check in? Nah.
Would you like to
This is
check
a
in?
pleasant
This will allow you to
surprise.
recall and
2
respawn
new
at this settlement
customers in
from
one
anywhere in the
day.
world. Yes. It's just something for a YouTube series, Excellence. Playing a little bit tonight and tomorrow morning just to do a new player experience guide series for YouTube, and then we're off to PAX Day, and then Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 on the 21st, and then Outer Worlds 2 on the 25th. Tonight and tomorrow morning will be the last 2 New World streams for the foreseeable future, because we have lots of other games to play. But I may continue this character later on in November, December. We'll see. I've also got some Fallout 76 coming up. We're going to be doing a replay of Cyberpunk 2077 in November, December. We're going to be doing the Watchtower DLC, or I should say mod, for Starfield as well. And if I have time, a KCD2 replay as well, probably in late January. More information on YouTube regarding the schedule for this month. I believe that's the pinned or sticky video on my YouTube channel is the schedule for October. I did not play the first Bloodlines, Drew Brom. Nope. Alright, we need to go back and talk to Grace. But also, I wanted to try out a mage. I've never done like a mage before, so this is a fun excuse for me to run around and play a mage for a few hours.
Where have you been hiding? I was afraid I'd have to go back to the beach and search for you. Not that I wanted to stay here, mind you. This hamlet's ready for a bloody wake.
Wake or a wank?
I don't plan on hanging around here long. Not when the winds are shifting the way they are. It's bad business.
Bad business, she says. Bad business. I will not be playing Ark. Nope. What server is this? I think it's like Emic or Elic or something like that. I don't know. It's an East Coast server, I think. I picked the one with the lowest ping and a medium population when I started this afternoon.
I managed to sell that loot we collected. Never let it be said that Grace O'Malley doesn't
If you want to
pay
know,
her
go back to
debts.
the beginning of the stream. You can rewind on Twitch. You can rewind on
Here's
YouTube,
your share
and you'll
of the
see the
coin.
server name.
I think you should get to spending it.
Because I don't don't remember what it's. E something like Emic or Emil or something.
I'm telling you this as a friend. You smell like something that washed in with the tide.
Actually, I did.
Go on to the trading post and get yourself some gear. Then meet me in the tavern. Must be at least some action over there. We'll see, won't we?
All right, trading post. Well, we'll get there in a second. We need to spend some more points. No, Eldorado is the main character. That's the other character. The other character is on the Eldorado server. This character is on a different server. All right, she wants me to go to the storage shed. Well, first let's go to the trading post. If you've ever used an auction house in any other game, that's what that is. Buy and sell other players. Can I sneak through here? Oh, I can. Here's the storage chest. This is what I was talking about earlier for those of you who are watching this in sequential format. This is a storage shed. It has 1,000. I can store 1,000 items in it. Down in the bottom here, I have a beginner's guide for this over on YouTube. So if you want to recap on this or if you want more information about how this works, you can go check that out. But essentially, you can transfer in between your storage chests at will. But you can only notice that I can only use the Last Light and Bullseye right now. And Windsward, because that's where I've discovered. I cannot use any of these other ones. It says view only, and that's because I haven't explored these locations yet. Once I do, I can put stuff in there. And then all of your materials, you can just stash them here. And then if you are crafting in this town, it will pull the items directly from the storage chest to use. So I am going to go ahead and drop all of my stuff in here so that I'm not lugging around a bunch of loot. And I'm also going to drop my old apparel there. A bag of coin. And now we need to go meet Grace O'Malley back at the
Even
tavern.
on Aeternum, civilization is built on a foundation of lies. Together, you and I can tear it down and rebuild.
Sexy voice in my head. Here's the song. Dude, this song is so badass. I love the music in this game. Here we go.
I've met stately noble gentry and shipwrecked men of 20. I've met souls from ancient memory, found in sagas and dusty tomes. I've seen ghosts and fiends and horrors, met knights and bold explorers, as I've wandered every corner of this island we call home. Let's go!
Bye!
Keep it together! Yes! Dig in! Woo! Come on now!
More games need to have
I've
music,
met
man.
kings of earthly nations, seen the gods of all creations, tasted wine at every station, from sands to misty moors. But the partings that we weather and the memories we treasure are the souls we've lost forever on Aeternum's forgotten shore.
By the way, the music at the Gypsy Camp in the new region in Nighthaven, so good with the harpsichord and stuff. Oh, it's so good.
Well, there's a pretty little ditty for you. Some romanticised notions of Aeternum, I'd say. Grace O'Malley won't be calling this place home, I'll tell you that. The real tragedy of Corinth is there's no way a girl can make some quick money around here. This elder Sattvic fellow came in, trying to rally folks to go out and salvage crops from the farms. But he offered no reward. Poor bastard didn't get a single volunteer. Went out on his own. Barkeep says he'll probably become a soulless lost himself.
Maybe we should help him.
But you're the hero, right? Just like old whatever his name was at the beach. If you want to give a hand to old Sapphic, I'm sure he'll make use of it.